question that was given to us.
And I'm just adding a few more channels.
Okay, perfect.
LinkedIn.
Hi,
Uh,
Luciana on Instagram. So here's
okay.
Instagram. Here's all the others. Let me also do a little addition here. Perfect. Yeah, this is just raw, off the cuff.
Okay.
2 seconds ago, we decided to go over this.
Okay.
All
So
right.
let
So let
me
me
go
let.
up. So, oops.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Shoot.
ask you the question that was asked, and she asked me about something, first of all, that's called the ideal scene. That's the topic of discussion. The ideal scene, or the success picture, as we sometimes call it. And maybe before I jump into what her question is, you can quickly just, in a sentence or two, give the definition of that.
Okay. So in order to arrive to something that you want, you need to know what you want. People generally know what they need to do. So they have, I need to go to this meeting and I need to meet this person. I need to clean the house and I need to organize the car and I need to pay this bill. There's a lot of do that you need to do, but you don't have an actual picture perfect that you're going to. It's not the purpose. It's not your purpose. It's just at the end of all of those doingness, what will I have? What will I have at the end of all this doingness? The purpose is what I do in order to get to this picture perfect. So I want to have a car. So my purpose is to work. So my purpose is to work, is what I'm going to do. Yes?
Yeah, in
The
order to
picture
have this
perfect.
perfect car. Yes.
Exactly. So if I want
Yeah,
this amazing car, so the purpose is to do, I'm working so I can get to that perfect car. So this is
perfect. Yeah. So this success picture, this ideal picture, and her question was this: you're talking about expected results, and I'm
Mhm.
wondering, number one, what is the duration of the success picture or my expected results? Because defining what I want my relationship to look like with my kids or husband is tricky when time is involved. It will obviously change drastically over time. So what unless I get very specific, she's saying, right? So what time frame are we talking about when I'm laying out my perfect picture?
Okay, so you'll see that the perfect picture, if you look at that, it will cover a specific area or many areas, and it will always be long term. So this perfect picture will always be long term. And the
Okay.
further it is, the more stable it is.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, the
So
further it is, the more stable it is. Because if I just want to clean the car, it's very near, and I want a clean car, and it will be clean today, and maybe in 3 days I need to clean it again, and maybe today I will clean just the outside and not the inside, and I will do bath or not. So it's different, yes. But the end result of children that are ethical, productive individuals who contribute to society and are responsible for bringing about and improve uh, civilization, this will be a long-term ideal scene or picture perfect for children. And
mhm.
if I have that in my mind, I know they need to be contributing. So, okay, so they need to be contributing. So my purpose now become to raise them in the best possible way, or even better, to raise them in such a way that will ensure that I will bring about the ideal scene, not possible way, but what it takes, not what is possible. So I will do what it takes, not what possible. So this is my purpose.
I see. I see. Yeah.
And now, the moment that you realize that this is your purpose, the next thing is you need to figure out why it's not there. There is
Mhm.
a reason why it's not there. Well, that's still young. Okay, good. That's one thing, but it's because they will grow, but they will not necessarily become those kind of people. So why is it not there? Well, it's not there maybe because I don't know exactly the principles that ensure a child will be an amazing child. Okay, fine, but principles that ensure, yes, but how do I know if the principles are correct? And you start to dig and dig and dig and dig and dig, and all of a sudden you realize that, yes, there is an ideal picture that I want to get, but there is something in between this ideal picture. And before I'm actually starting to move and strategically doing anything, I need to decide what are the rules of the games with the kids. And the rules of the games is, first of all, that my purpose is to make them self-governed. So the first policy that I have, the first rules of the game is whatever I do in the direction of making them self-governed, which means I will have to make them self-controlled, self-determined, and not control them. So whatever I do, I'm not going to define the actions, but I'm going to get them to see the end results and demand that they will figure out the actions. And I'm putting up all kinds of the rules of the game. How am I going to behave? Regardless of what's happening, regardless of what the situation push me to do, no, I have those boundaries of the game. This is the rules of the games. And I define the rules of the game. And if I have the rules of the game and I know that whatever I do, I want to make my child in someone that can trust his own decisions. He is self-governed. He trusts his own decisions. That's what I'm going to. So the moment that I know that, I say, okay, fine. So my plan, my strategic plan is to handle the real reason he's not like that. So the real reason he's not like that is because, number one, he doesn't know that. Number two, I don't know that. Number three, the people around me don't know that. And number four, once I know that, everything I do, I need to make sure that he's doing it. So my strategy is to give him endless amount of exercises, and anything that he's doing is in that direction. So things like, okay, strategy number one, when my son have something, when I give him something, it's his. He control it. Because I give him toys to train. Toys is just a small games of what will happen. So he doesn't have a car, so I give him a toy and he's planning and he's training. It's a gradient for him to play with toys before he's actually driving. So it's his, and whatever he's doing with that, I'm supporting it, breaking it, cleaning it, eating it, anything. Yes, maybe not eating it. I will explain to him why eating will be a problem. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is so this is number one. Number two. So anything that I gave him is number two. He needs to understand that he needs to be a contributing member of this group that called the family. Nothing comes for free. He needs to contribute. It's good for two reasons. Number one, I'm building up his importance, so he knows that he is important. Number two, I show him that his decisions bringing result or not, so he can adjust. I'm not adjusting it. He is adjusting, etc., etc. So this is strategic.
And number three, it's cheap labor. So that's also a nice benefit.
The most important thing. Yes, the most important.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, go on.
So now I take each one of those steps and I'm breaking down. So this is the strategy, is to take the real why, the reason why a person is not at the ideal scene. And I build an action plan that is limited by the rules of the game that I gave to myself. And then I build an action plan that says, okay, this is how I'm going to do, and this is the strategy. Most of the people going and having a strategy without actually defining what they want to have, and without finding, without discovering, like Columbus discovered America. You need to discover it. You don't know it. Otherwise, you already have it. Without discovering the real reason, it's not there. And only once you discover this reason, the situation is not there, will you go into building up a strategy, because the strategy is a series of long-term steps that designed to implement the reason why the situation is not at the ideal scene. And if you really understand that, you now have a long-term plan. And this long-term plan then start to be broken down to smaller plans, tactical plans, operational plans, mini operation, and eventually to-do list. So if the ideal scene is something long-term into the future and it's very stable, a strategy is very stable only if it operates on the correct way. If it doesn't operate on the correct way, it will change. Every government, it will change. Every government will change it because they
Hmm.
don't operate on the actual why. They're just selling something to the mob. So nonsense, yes? So, but if you have an actual why, any government will continue the strategy. The tactical plans now are things that are in terms, if a strategy is in terms of years, a tactical plan is something that runs in terms of months. So tactically, governments can change the actions, yes? Tactical plans are in terms of months, operational plans are in terms of weeks, mini operation is in terms of days, and a to-do list, it's part of this plan. It's a plan. It's not a to-do list. It's a misnomer. It's an incorrect name. It's not a to-do list. It's just extremely small operational plan. Yes, which is what are the hourly things that I'm going to do in order to achieve the next step and the next step. So you can say that a to-do list designed to accomplish one step of a mini operation designed to do one step of an operational plan. A operational plan is designed to do one step of a tactical plan, and a tactical plan designed to do one step of a strategy, and a strategy designed to bring about the ideal scene or the picture perfect.
Wow.
So
Wow,
if I
that's
will draw
gold.
that, yeah.
That's gold.
So if I will draw that, it's go like that. This is my ideal scene.
And by the way,
Okay.
for those on Instagram, it's on YouTube. You can see the drawing live. Okay,
Yes.
go ahead. Yes.
So I've got this ideal scene, and I have a kind of a boundary around it, and you can think about this boundary as a filter, as a kind of things that have holes, and these holes
Hmm.
are very specific size, and only the rules of the rules of the game can go through them. Only the rules of
Ah,
the game. If the rules of the game are going into here, it will hit a wall, it will not go through. Okay.
wow, I like that. Yeah.
Yes, so you've got this thing that only the rules of the game allow to go into the ideal scene. So in order to do that, what you do, you say, okay, fine, I have a strategy, and a strategy is a long-term plans, which means this will happen in 1 year, this is in 3 years, this is in 4 years. Now, each one of those I break down into tactical plans. So one tactical plan, this will happen in 6 months, in 3 months, in 4 months, etc. And it will, when all of this is done, I will accomplish one step of the strategy. So this is the strategy,
Hmm.
and this is the ops, and this is the tactical plan. Sorry. Now, a step of a tactical plan result in an operational plan. An operational plan, if a tactical plan is in terms of months, an operational plan is in terms of weeks. And one step.
By the way, we don't see on that
When I
side.
go to the side. Okay, good. So I
Yeah.
will go from here. So this is a tactical plan result in operational plan. Okay.
Yeah.
And operational plan, one step, which is in terms of weeks. Yes. Operational plans break down to mini operation, which is in terms of days. And one step of a mini operation, which means just a few hours, is translated into a to-do list.
Got it.
And if
Okay.
you really
Great.
understand this gradient scale, you understand that this whole thing is just a gradient scale, small steps of weeks that when you do them enough, they become small steps of small steps of hours that when you do them become small steps of day, that become small steps of weeks, that become bigger steps of month, that become bigger steps of years, that become the ideal picture.
Wow, that's really a master class on
Yeah,
planning in 15 minutes. Amazing.
yeah, yeah,
And Ali said good live here on Instagram. Carmela
yeah,
said gold. It really, really is. And
yeah.
what I wanted to ask you is the next step, the next question, which may partially be answered, but I'm going to read this to you because it. She gave an example. She said, "Your ideal scene, being the success picture we're talking about, adjusts as you create achievements. But how do you know when it's a justification? And that's why you have changed your ideal." Okay. And then she gives an example.
Ah,
I'll give you an example. Her husband and her used to be working so crazy, very productive, very successful in her opinion. And then one day they decided, no, we don't want to do that anymore. We want to spend more time with our kids. Let's sell our business, move to a different state, and live a slower life. And even though it was scary to give up everything, we felt 2000% comfortable because we knew we could just create it again if we wanted to. We also succeeded in creating the life we were after there then. And recently we decided to pick back up with work out of boredom and priority shift. So I know with out a lot more info, it's hard to pinpoint, but was our move a justification of something? Or is it possible to just shift the ideal scene like that regularly?
okay, so you don't shift the ideal scene. They didn't shift the ideal scene because the ideal scene is exactly the same. They want a family that prosperous, that they want children that contributing. They want it's the same ideal scene. They decided to change the strategy, and that
Hmm.
can change. The strategy can change because the strategy can be completed. And now we're doing like we started and we are young, and the strategy is to go and work very hard and to make a lot of money, and in order to buy a house and this and this and this and that, all of it into the same ideal scene. We want perfect family, yes. And now
I
we've
see,
done
I
all
see,
of
I
that,
see.
and so
Yeah.
it's been achieved. And we say, okay, one second, the real why has we achieved this real why. There is a new real why, so we're creating a new strategy. The ideal scene did not change. They didn't want now a bad family.
Yeah, I
The
see.
ideal scene, the
That's an
ideal,
important indication. Yes.
the ideal
That's a
scene is the
distinction. Yeah.
same ideal scene. Strategically, thing changed. A newborn, you have more children, you have wives, husbands, you have grandchildren, all kind of things, or specifically, I don't know, one of the family member gets sick, or one of the family member, um, even worse, get married. Um,
But how do you know if that shift
yeah,
is
I,
a yeah.
I'll explain. So all of these things is strategic plan. So how do you know if you're doing the right thing or the bad thing? How do you know if you're actually handling the real reason for the problem? Or how do you know if you're doing the real action that will lead to the ideal scene? You need to measure your success. If you don't measure your success every day, every week, every month, you will not know. So
N-
if
Yeah, no, but you can know if you're getting towards your success by measuring it, your success picture. But the question is, how do you know if it's a justification? Like, is it a good reason or a bad reason to swap?
let's say that you swapped. If it's bad, if it's bad, the statistics will crash.
I see. Okay, I see.
The
I see.
statistic will crash.
The
Let's
kids
say you
will
say,
do
oh,
worse. The
let's say
money goes down.
we decided, oh, we want to live in a quiet place in the middle of the woods. Okay. Okay,
Okay.
good. What's happening with your income? Drops. What's happening with your expenses? Increase. Do you see more your children? No, because they're in the city. What is the ideal scene that I will be very, very close to my children? Do you have a less bigger game? Do you have more excitement? No, it's much slower.
Yeah, I mean, in their
Okay.
case, they got to see their kids a lot more, which is what they
Okay,
wanted. So they got to be with them.
that will be a correct thing. So you measure the statistics,
Yeah, you
and
see the net
if
result. Yeah,
yeah, you measure the statistic, and the magic is that the statistic will react immediately, not within a day even. The
I see.
statistics react immediately, and that's the magic. Of course, you need to know how to build the
Amazing.
statistics and how to make
Yeah.
sure that the statistic actually measuring the results and not actions and so on.
Okay, great. That's amazing. That answers that. And then on the final thing, because I know we wanted this to be a quick one. Final question, which is on a different subject that was asked. Um, So she said, also not super relevant to this webinar, but life will sometimes shock you completely. We're friends with a family with 9 kids. That's the most well oiled, incredible, sweet, outgoing, productive family. It's actually unbelievable how amazing they are. We see them weekly. The kids are well behaved and so happy and outgoing, which is easy to believe because the parents are as well, especially the dad who jokes all the time and is full of compliments and is such a warm guy, sweet and patient with our kids, and he pokes fun and he's a good human. Now, the dad apparently, sadly, committed suicide, and his family found him last week, which has left their community confused and so gutted. It's very awful, but I would really have put him in the successful box. He just seemed to be so enthusiastically thriving.
Okay.
So, what happens there?
What happened there is that you didn't actually look.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what do I
Yes.
mean? Most people look at the body, but they don't look at the being. Most people look at which watch I'm wearing, which is a symbol to something that I've done, but they don't look at what I'm doing. Most people look at what I say and not at the tone that I say it. Most people are blind. They don't actually see you because
Amazing.
you cannot hide. If a person is really depressed and if a person has a really bad time, he can hide it by symbols. He can put a mask, but you can see it's a mask. You
So,
have to be,
how?
but
How would you see?
by looking, observing and not buying the symbols. You buy the
Yeah.
symbol. Oh, he told the joke. If you will actually listen, you will see. Now, to really understand this, how to spot a person emotionally, there is a little bit of knowledge, but the one thing, Gali, you are frozen on Instagram, on YouTube, I think. Yeah, now we are back. You're back. Yeah, yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in order to spot it, I can give you one thing, and you will see that this person, regardless of what you think he is, one thing for sure, he was very slow in responding. He did not
Okay.
respond to your question. He may respond automatically and he seemed babbling, but if you will listen, he didn't answer your question. So if I ask this person, what did you answer for breakfast? He may give a joke, which is just a masking of not answering the question, which is masking that is actually destroyed.
I see. So one of the indications, so what did you eat for breakfast, or seeing basically the person's response to certain situations. But again, so I
The
can notice
speed.
that the speed, and the actually the answering to the question,
Yeah.
because
It's
sometimes
not
there's
the
not even an
answering to the
answer.
question. No, no, it's not the answering to the question because the answer will arrive. The question, how long? The answer
Yeah,
will
but
arrive. It may be next lifetime, but it will arrive.
yes, but yeah,
so
but
the-
but
it's,
he
it's,
might, if
so
he gave a joke as the answer, it means that
it's
he
not,
didn't answer the
it
question.
didn't answer the question. But what I'm
Yeah,
worried about is that the time, how long it takes, because you can give a joke one time, fine, but how long it takes him to answer your question. So one time is okay, fine, whatever. But you look for how long, how much time, the time that it took him to answer your question.
I see. Okay,
Yeah, so you're
so
looking
that
for the indication is the time, not just not answering your question, because everyone eventually answer the question if you ask enough times.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Just the big distinction I was trying to make is that somebody might get confused and say, "Oh, he gave a joke really quick. That was his answer." But it
Yeah,
wasn't
no,
the
no.
answer to the
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
You
It
didn't
has to be
answer.
your answer your question, how long it takes to answer your question, not answering his
Yes.
whatever.
His thing. Okay, so that's is that the major indication is to note it, to look at
That's
that?
that's a very quick indication. There's much more. I mean, you will look at the tone of the skin. You will look at the elbows, at all the joints. You will see that the joints are a little bit puff at a certain situation, and in a different emotions they are stiff, and in a different emotion they are that. And you will see there's a lot of knowledge around it. So. Actually, I think the seminar in Cape Town will cover some of it. We are
That's
actually
actually
talking
true.
about
That's
emotions.
a
Yes, yes.
yeah, that's gonna dive
The
in
one.
quite deeply.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, not that that was the plan to talk about here, but
Yes.
if anybody
Yes.
is interested, you're going to learn in depth how to spot these
Yes.
types of things in the Cape Town seminar happening in the middle of March,
Yes.
7 day
Yeah.
seminar in Cape Town. Okay, fine. So there's a lot more to notice in order to detect what's really going on with a person, how
Yeah.
to read a person.
Yeah.
And so with this person who seemed amazing and bubbly, the
You,
sad
you,
fact is that there was a lot more going on that nobody actually observed.
yeah, it's there. It's screaming. If I'll show you, if you'll take a video of that person and you look now back, you'll say, "Oh, well, of course, it's there. It's screaming.
Wow. Wow.
It's
Okay.
there. It's screaming." Take a video and you will see. Never mind what was the situation, regardless of the situation. Take a video of 3 minutes and it's screaming. The guy is screaming. No one
Hmm.
here.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. Okay. That answered
Yeah.
her questions.
Yeah, it's like
And
it's much like you get a person that cheat his wife. Everyone knows that, other than the wife. But it's
mm,
there because everyone knows that. It's
yeah,
there. It's screaming. It's not talking. It's screaming, other than the wife. And in that case, the whole village or the whole group was the wife.
I see. But and why by the way, but why wouldn't the person closest to you, like your wife, know that there's that going on?
Because two reasons. Number one, because they don't actually look; they look at pictures. So they look at symbols, but they don't understand that they don't look actually. So most of the people
Mhm.
substitute observation with symbols. So most people, if you listen, you'll see that they're repeating something that someone else said. Very,
Hmm.
very little is original. Almost nothing is original. People just repeating. Why they're repeating? Because in order to create something new, you need to be able to see that the symbols are not the thing. And once you see that the symbol is not the thing, you disconnect from the symbol, you exterior to the picture, and now you can create something. Now you're in control over the picture.
I see.
So the
I see.
first thing is because people
Yeah.
don't actually observe, they're just parrots. They have a symbol and they repeat the meaning of the symbol, but they don't actually see. And number two, the people that close to you usually committed sins against you. And once you committed the sin, you become blind. So if I commit a sin, I put something here that will prevent you from seeing what I've done. And if I committed another one, I put another barriers and another barrier, another barrier, and another barrier to prevent you from looking. And by mistake, it's making me blind as well. So
Hmm.
you will
I
see
see.
that people can blame you on the most ridiculous thing that you never done. Never, never. It's never happened because they committed so many sins that they don't actually observe, but they pick up a glimpse, a word of what you say, and they create a whole book around this word. And for them, it's more true than the sun.
100%. Wow. Okay. That was amazing. I really thought this would be 5-10 minutes, quick, quick, quick,
Yeah,
but it
me
was
too.
30 minutes of nonstop amazing value. This is gonna be this is gonna live on. I don't even know if she knows that we're doing this to answer her questions right now. I can't wait to send it to her. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Thank you all for joining. There's a lot of people here on Instagram and also on all the platforms. So thank you for joining.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye bye,
Mwah, Bobby.
bye
I love
bye
you.
bye
Bye,
guys. Love
everyone.
you. Bye.